Hi lovely viewers, welcome to High School Speaks. I'm your host Richman Afuakwa. In 2008, during Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's campaign, he promised free SHS to the Ghanaian students. In October 2016, during his campaign at the Ashaman constituency, he reiterated his commitment to free SHS. In February 2017, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo stated that free SHS would take off in September 2017. On High School Speaks, we take a look at the impact on us as high school students. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. To discuss today's topic, I have with me Juliet Entry, Opong Franco, and Aisha Bochu. How are you guys doing? To start with, I would like to know what you guys have heard and know about free SHS. Opong Franco.
Okay, to me, I think free SHS is when education is being made free for people to enroll themselves to acquire knowledge, because education is the key to success.
Juliet.
I think it's about when the areas of senior high school is being taken upon by the government. So,
Aisha.
Well, I don't know much about free SHS, but free education is when burden is taken off parents who aren't able to cater for the educational needs of their wives.
So I know you guys are informed too, okay? Now let's be in the shoes of the Form 1 students. How will free SHS benefit you as a student? Aisha.
Well, as a student, now that, let's take for me, I'm a needy student. So anytime that is my teachers come around and start for fees, I'm stuck. With this free SHS, then it's going to help me a lot. I'll be able to concentrate on my books, as I know that there's no one going to sack me from class. Because when I'm being sacked, it creates tension on me. I won't be able to study. I'll have lots of stress.
Worried?
Yeah, I'll get worried. I'll be disturbing my parents. But this free SHS thing is going to help me a lot.
Is fee payment so much of a challenge that we need free SHS? Juliet.
of course, yes.
Why?
Is it because, let's say, needy parents have 3 or 4 children in SHS and have to be able to pay all their fees. But when free SHS is being introduced, I think it will be able to release the burden of them, so I can be able to cater for other things like books, provisions and stuff. So I think it's going to release the burden of their heads.
So let's talk about those who can afford free SHS. Those who can afford it. Do they need free SHS?
Yes, I think they need free SHS because the money they will use to pay for the fees and the arrears in the school, it can be saved towards the person's university education. Yeah, I think
do you think it will be sustainable considering how government keeps changing educational policy? Juliet.
I don't think it will be sustainable because in Ghana, government comes and go, frequent change of government, and any government which comes into power does not continue the projects which was left by the other government. So I think when this government who wants to initiate this policy leaves, the other government that will come into power will not be able to continue the project. So I don't think it will be sustainable.
I don't think it will be sustainable. I think it won't be sustainable because government changes, and then our sustainable government in Ghana is very low as compared to the other countries. And then it's like when I begin a project and I'm not able to complete it, the new government that comes into power, they want to formulate their own project and complete it in their name, so that they can use it for maybe something. Let's say a campaign or something that they did this, they did that. So I think that one won't make that SHS sustain.
Let me come to you, Aisha. According to what Juliet and Franco said, what if a law is made to back that policy?
A law. I'm now a president, I can also make law to change that policy. I also want to make my name. I don't want the government that just went to continue his projects. So maybe it's, to be sure, to be frank, it's not going to sustain.
So if there is free SHS, how would it impact the academic work of students?
Free SHS is going to impact on the academic work of students positively, because students who are needy are not going to be sacked out of the classroom because of non-payment of school fees. So they'll be able to get a sound mind to study and to learn very much.
So will it affect the quality delivery of teachers, since there will be a lot of students in class? Franco?
Yeah, it will affect the quality of delivery of teachers, because marking exercises is not an easy work. When then talking to, let's say, 50 students in a class, and then when there are more than 18, 90 students in the class, you can even guess how the quality of work will be done in the class. For me, I think it will really affect the work of teachers in school.
How does it help the mother who can't afford SHS, or say parents with 3 children in SHS? Aisha?
As a mother with 3 kids in the SHS, it needs to help me a lot, because I now know that the pain of school fees is taken off. It's like a burden taken off. So I'll just start thinking of paying my buying provisions and giving them upkeeping money. So it's going to help me a lot as a mother with 3 kids in the SHS.
We'll be right back after the break. Back. We are still talking about free SHS and its impact on us as high school students. Earlier on, Aisha was talking about free SHS reducing the burden on parents, as in they being able to provide for their wards in terms of provisions and other stuff. So is it likely for it to reduce theft among students, Juliet?
Of course, yes. I think it will be able to reduce theft among students, because they will be having enough provisions and upkeeping. So I don't see any reason why me going to take anything from another person, because already I have enough for myself. So I don't see any reason that it will increase theft. It's rather increase theft.
Franco?
Yeah, I think she's right, because everybody will have enough. So it will just decrease theft totally.
Talking of Franco saying it's going to abolish theft totally, I don't buy that, because you don't know. I know a friend of mine who is rich, but she still feels or have this sickness that she still steals people's things. Though she has everything that she wants, but she still feels like stealing people's things.
That's her own problem.
Yeah, she needs deliverance.
Yes.
Because it's not normal.
Okay, so how is the feeling when you are being locked out of the examination for non-payment of school fees? Aisha?
Good. Writing a paper, then all of a sudden I'm being sacked. I'll feel bad. I'll feel stressed. I'll feel everything in the world. That's negative. I won't feel good.
Personally, I've not had that experience before, but I think that would be an awkward situation, because me being sacked out of the class during an examination, that would be a burden on me. I can't be able to concentrate and be able to produce what I'm supposed to. So I think it would be an ordeal for me.
If a lot of people get the chance to go to secondary school, how would that impact the literacy rates in Ghana?
People get to go to SHS. It increases their level of thinking, their level of reasoning. Because when you talk to someone who is educated, you can judge from the speech he or she passes, and then you can see how best the person thinks or reasons, and then it can lead to tolerance, how you tolerate the views of each other. Yeah.
So what do we foresee as challenges with this system as a free SHS? Aisha.
When the free SHS is being implemented in SHS, it's going to create pressure in teaching. I'm a teacher. I have over, let's say, 100 students. I can't give assignments because I can't mark. I'll become lazy. It's also going to create lots of pressures on our facilities. We need more. We needing more instruments in the laboratories, more books, because if there are only 5 books and we are over 2,000 or billions, we can't use only 5 books. It's going to create lots of pressure, and talking of the economy of the country is going to decrease because all our income, we are going to impact lots into the free SHS. So much won't be sent into other projects, as in building of infrastructures and all this. So this one is going to have a lot of implications.
There will be easy break of epidemics because the number will become high in the SHS. When there's an epidemic, it will be easy spreading throughout the students. And also, with our water system, people will also be queuing for water in the school.
If we stop paying school fees, it means government will have to bring money for feeding. In this case, what if the money delays? How would it impact our feeding and academic works?
Okay. Talking about the feeding aspect, the output will be zero. Because we depend on the government to bring us the money to buy the inputs to feed the students. And then it has been delayed for, let's say, 2-3 months. We will have some amount of food there for that short period of time. But after that, what will happen? After that, what will happen? Total output will be there.
When we have good suppliers, they are going to supply us with food, whether the government delays or not.
No, it's like we are working together hand in hand.
Yes.
And you don't provide the money. How would you expect the person to supply?
Okay, I'm your customer. I always give you money for goods. And this time I delayed. I'm
That was why I
your
said
customer.
we will have it for a short period of time. But after that, and it's still delaying. After that,
Yes.
Me, as for me being a supplier, I'll continue supplying to you.
No, with some people.
Being in the shoes of the supplier, I'm government. It has been delayed for 3 months. You've been providing me food for 3 months. After the 3 months, it's still delaying. So what do you think will happen?
And how do you even expect? What do you expect the supplier to feel?
Yeah.
I'll get exhausted.
Yeah. So total output will be zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay. Is the provision of facilities more important than making it free, according to what she said?
Okay. It's balanced here. Provision of facilities. Okay, what if we have everything? We have our library, we have science lab, we have everything that the school needs, and there aren't the adequate or the right amount of students to use those facilities because of poverty. It's not going to help. What if we have this free education and the facilities still are not there? So it's balanced here. We need both.
Are we hoping to get our bread back if SHS is introduced? Franco?
Yeah, okay. I think we'll get it, but I won't last long.
Why? Why won't it last long?
As I said before, funds, mobilization of the fund, where we get the money from. That's it. Where we get the money from. That's the problem. That's the main source. That's the problem. We'll get the funds from to run. In Ghana, we don't have only one institution. There are thousands of them. So where we get the funds from to mobilize that policy is the problem.
Lovely viewers, you've heard the views of our guests. Let's go out to hear the views of other students.
Okay, free SHS is a good plan that I think the government is bringing on board, and it will help children and also parents who do not have enough money take their work to school to further their education.
Okay, in my opinion, free SHS is a policy brought up by the new elected government to help the Form 1s who are now coming into the secondary school not to pay fees to get free education in the secondary school.
I think free SHS is for students who have qualified to the second cycle and for parents who don't have money to enroll their wards into school.
Free SHS, in my opinion, is a policy that has been passed by the government for students to be able to access secondary school education by not paying money, like much money, to be able to gain admission into the secondary school.
I don't have any problem with that, but I think every government and its program and policy. So if this government is in power and they decide to implement free education, it's a good idea.
For that, I'm not bothered at all, because in life there's a beginning in everything in life, and there is an end to. So I didn't benefit. A relative or someone would benefit too. I'm okay with that.
I think that's not good, because I would like to enjoy the free education too. Because sometimes there are challenges in life, and like our parents aren't able to pay our fees on time, and I think the government should include the Form 2s and Form 3s.
Well, I don't really like that idea, because not Form 1s are not the only people who are going into secondary school, who are the only people in secondary school. People have been to secondary school and they are suffering with the fees and the money that they are paying. So if it were to be done for everyone, it would have been better. But since they are the ones coming in, it will help, because the other people who follow, the other Form 1s who follow, will also benefit from it.
For my opinion, I think in Ghana, most children, brilliant children, are in the house because of poverty. And if free SHS is being implemented and they come to SHS, they will focus on what they are, the reason why they are in school, and achieve their aims in life.
Since they wouldn't be paying school fees, when they are in class, they wouldn't have divided attention, thinking a teacher would come and sack them for fees or anything. So they would try to learn hard. And for those who are not all that rich, they will take advantage of that and learn hard to bring out good grades.
To make a great difference, because sometimes parents are not able to pay their wards fees on time, and this affects the students a lot, because whilst they're in the class learning, they might be sacked from the class to go for school fees and stuff and the rest.
Free SHS will not make much difference in the lives of students, because most students will take advantage of that, and then because they are not paying school fees, they end up doing stupid things, because they realize that even if they are not paying school fees, so whatever they do, they are still in school. They won't pay anything for what they are doing. They would fool around, and then at the last minute they will try to sit up. But if they were wasting money on it, their parents were paying school fees, they would know that, look, my parent is suffering, he's doing something. So they would learn harder.
It depends, because every government and its programs and policies, because if this government in 4 years later will still in power, I think it will last.
For that, I don't really know, because it depends on the government. It depends on the
government will be coming after this one?
Oh no, I don't believe. Because by all means, this government will leave, and there's another government coming on, and that government will try to do something new. The old government did, so I don't think it will last.
No, I don't believe so. Governments do change. Governments change. Maybe this government that has implemented this policy, the next government that will come would think that it's bogus, so they will want to change it and then bring in something else. So I don't think it is going to last.
I'll prefer free SHS because my parents are suffering from poverty, and if the government implement the free SHS, I'll get access to school, so that when there is no facilities, the authorities will request, and when it is granted, I will also benefit from the facilities.
I would prefer free SHS because free SHS, it will help all students in Ghana. Yeah, because most students that are brilliant are in the house, to be honest. And when we are in school, and we can request for the better facilities, and I think the government will provide because they give us free education.
Well, I would have preferred free SHS to better facilities because we are not paying much. When you are coming into secondary school, all this money that you'll be spending, you are not paying much. It would come in. The money will just come from the government. And if the school needs something, they just go to the government and tell them that these are the students that you brought, so we need money for this and this. So the government will just give them to them.
Welcome back. So you heard the views of other students and their views on free SHS. We thank our guests, Juliet Entry, Franco Popong, and Aisha Butchi for sharing their views with us. Thank you guys. To all Ghanaians, even though the policy of free SHS hasn't started, we should as Ghanaians look at how it will change literacy in our country and its impact of changing lives of several families. It is okay to scrutinize the policy, but let's do that constructively. This is High School Speaks, and I still remain your host, Richmond Afuakwa. Bye for now.